Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marvel Snapcast. I'm your host, Ken, aka the Super Tech God, aka the Super Variant God, and also the WSF champion. If you don't know what that is, I'll leave a link down in the description below and you can see what the WSF is all about. Now, this is episode 36, special episode. We are going to introduce the new co-host of the Marvel Snapcast show. Of course, shout out to our previous co-hosts. We had both Valentine and Luke Muncher. Again, it's like The Rock when it comes to WWE. If they want to come back and join and have a good time, they're free to welcome and do so. And I'm sure they will be back on some future episodes. But in the, them leaving, we had a few guest co-hosts on, but by popular demand, everyone loved this co-host as should be the permanent co-host as to why that person will be. So I want to introduce the new co-host of the Marvel Snapcast permanently, the 5-time. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. No, sorry, see, I'm all wrong. Not the 5-time. The top 5 snappers of all time. Sino. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Sino.
Top to the 5. Let's go. And you got it right the second time. Let's go.
Yeah.
The top 5 best snappers in the world. Sino. Why? Because I snap hot fire. Let's go. Now you know he had to bring the color and energy with your boy Sino, the host. Let's go, y'all. We made it. We made it, y'all.
We made it. Okay, he's frozen. Oh, he's back. All right, we made it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen,
let's go.
Let's dive deep into this. A lot of people ask, how do we know each other? Are we family, et cetera, et cetera? So I'm gonna break it down for you guys real simple. Okay, so see his face. We'll start back in the year 2002. Yeah, it's a long time for some of you. Maybe you weren't born then. Maybe you just got born then. Nonetheless, 2002, I met a lady, and she is the mother of my child. I met her back in 2002 on November 1st of 2002. Why I remember that date is because I went to meet her mom and her siblings, and it was the day after Halloween. I always remember that because there were eggshells all over the place where they lived. It was crazy. So I go to meet her mom and her siblings, and the first night, because I lived like 2 hours away, her mom was like, "You need to spend the night. You can't leave. It's too late. You're an awesome guy. You need to spend the night." It's awesome. Fun stuff. It got real crazy where her little brother thought there was a rat on the wall. I'm not going to get to that story. It's hilarious, though. It was hilarious. So me and the mother of my son hit it off, and I met her sister. Her little sister was 18 at the time. I treated her like my little sister, of course. And the following year, she met who we know as, well, Sino now, but when I met him, he was Casino. So with a K. So when I met Sino at the time, as any bigger brother would do, I said, all right, let's see how nice you are in Madden. He couldn't beat me. In Madden. It is what it is. With the Bucks, of course. Everybody was hating me with picking the Bucks way back when, and they, kicking ass. All right, no problem. Let's play some No Mercy. I won more of that too. He won some games.
Yeah, okay. I don't know about all that. Go ahead, though.
Nonetheless, to say he was welcome into the family. The mother of my child's little sister adored Casino. We hung out, went to Mets games, et cetera, got to know each other. And that's how we became the Brady Bunch. Now, fast forward.
We even worked together.
Let's fast forward a little bit. We worked at the local Target store for some time. Not a lot, but for probably a year.
About that time. About that time. That was fun.
That. Had a blast. Shout out to Peebo.
Yeah.
And Savitri. Good times back then. Fast forward a bit more. They both had their first child. Casino Jr., actually, or Sino Jr., that's what we call him. And then
we'll work with it.
Right. Fast forward a little bit more, than I had my son with his lady's
sister.
Older sister.
Yeah.
Of course. We'll make sure we said that. Bro.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Man, you fix it there. I was like, whoa,
exactly.
You taking too long of a pause, bro.
We fast forward some more. They had another baby recently, about 2 years now. 3 years?
2 years. 2 years ago.
2 years. Mm-hmm. All right. And of course, me and his sister's older, his lady's older sister. When we're no longer together, my son was around 5 when that happened. I went on a bachelor rampage. Then I met this guy's a laugh. And then I finally met someone a couple years, 2 years ago, 2, 3 years ago, probably 2 years ago.
Oh, you better get it
Uh,
right, bro. You
yeah,
can't get in trouble.
yeah, two,
Get
three
it
years ago.
right, bro. Get it right.
We can't call the time. I'm just gonna say, um, just just destroy my bachelor pad. No more bachelor pad.
Oh,
And of course, we had a beautiful daughter 6 months ago. So
that's right.
all to say, this is how me and Sina know each other. We've been
Whew.
family since for 18 plus years now. So
It's
uh,
about 18 years, yeah, pretty
there we
much. I
go.
met you when I
We
was
got
18. I'm 36 now, so yeah,
there you
18
go.
years. Yeah.
We both got teenager children and
Yeah.
young kids as well. So all that to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we have this type of relationship where we crack jokes on each other, etc. Because we know each other for that long. Now
Facts.
we gave that intro. Sino, tell the people why or how you got into Marvel Snap, so they can understand as well why you
Cool.
have the credentials to be a co-host on the Snapcast.
Nice. Well, had never had really any interest in any type of card game before. I played a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I was like, all right, this is getting crazy. I'm out. It just got way too complex, so I bailed on that. I am the cartoon. I'm a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm not gonna lie. Like that was one of my biggest cartoons that I would watch. That and Dragon Ball Z. But everybody's a fan of Dragon Ball Z. So it was my wife's birthday, and I'm sure Tech has told the story a couple times, but we went out to Cheesecake Factory, and I see Tech messing with his phone, and he's going in on his phone. There's no reception, there's no Wi-Fi, so he's tight because he's literally trying to play this game, and he's like, "Fuck, I don't have no reception," and I'm trying to. This is moving extra slow. It's laggy. I'm like, "Yo, bro, what are you playing? What is this?" And he's like, "Yo, it's Marvel Snap, bro. I got it's the beta. I'm playing it." I'm like, "All right." So I started watching and watching and watching. I'm like, I got into it, and it started to make kind of sense. So I was like, all right, yeah, you were explaining the rules to me. I'm like, all right, cool. So it actually built up with anticipation because I'm waiting for it to launch. So it's like I'm watching and I'm going on YouTube and I'm seeing all the videos and stuff. So when it launched, I already had pre-anticipation for playing it. So it was like almost I'm already a fan. Excuse me. So I get the game, I start messing with it. You start to, you get that addiction from the beginning because the beginning is super easy. So you're like, all right, cool. I'm winning all these games. You think you're super nice. And then you get to that spot where it gets challenging. And then it's like the real shit. And you're like, all right, cool. And you just try to survive. You try to go forward. And this was the old system back when with like caches back in the day. It's not like now where I will say at least the spotlight caches kind of help you a little bit. And you can get series 3 and 4 that they give you, right? The free one in the shop. Yeah, you get that. We didn't get that before. You had to earn your fucking cards.
But that changed now. So
yeah.
Now, well, it doesn't change, but yes, if you already have the series 4 or 5 card, instead of you getting a convert now to a random variant, you actually get convert now to 1,000 tokens. I haven't seen it yet. I'm waiting for the next week to see how that works out. But second dinner, listen to everyone. I think we even mentioned on the last podcast, nobody cares for a random variant. I mean, maybe myself, because I want all the variants, but most people don't care for a random variant. They rather have some type of gold or tokens. And the fact that second dinner is giving away 1,000 tokens, I think that's super awesome of them. So yeah, they made that change right away, which is amazing. Like I said, second dinner always listens. But that's awesome. What it is. But yes.
Do you have all the variants? I didn't know that you have all of them. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
didn't know. You got to show me something. You got to show us all of it. I know you haven't shown us.
Nah, I can't. We can't do all that. It'll take this all day. But speaking of that, since we're gonna talk about all variants, we're gonna dive right into what's going on.
Yeah, just totally cut me off, but it's okay. 4-time infinite. 4-time infinite. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the game was awesome. Like I fell in love with the game, and then I fell in love with going into the chat and talking with everybody in the community and just going back and forth. And it could be random conversations we had when I first started out. It was all right. It was Thick Invisible Woman versus Mrs. Incredible. And this was
Yes, that was a good
a
chat.
whole hours long chat about who was thicker, Miss Invisible Woman from obviously his variant, and you could see his you step in text merch, and you can see his Miss Thick
Thick invisible
Invisible
one. Yeah,
Woman.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Thanks.
can see her. But yeah, so that was a whole thing, and then there was a cereal conversation that broke out, or a liquor conversation that broke out. Like it could be so many different avenues that chat goes into. So I got to know everybody in there, and just sparked from there.
Yeah, the community is great for that. So I totally agree with that, especially in my chat. Everybody feel welcome. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about. There's no issue, no animosity. Everybody have a blast down to talking about cereal. I mean, I'm trying to win a game here. I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was a tournament or something. And chat is just going off about which cereal is better, which
Cereal, yeah,
cuts your gums. It's
yeah,
crazy. But
yeah.
yeah,
Shout out to
most
Loopy. Loopy was in there with the Fruit Loops.
oh yeah, exactly. Well, Loopy
Yeah,
loved the Fruit Loops.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, that's how most of the chat, most of the people know Sino from the chat, and they and love his energy. So to put him on the show, and then everybody started, yeah, you should have him on more often. There we are. This is where we are right now.
Shout out to
So
everybody.
yeah, before I cut him off, he's right. But he dived into the whole thing
No
about,
respect, bro.
there's always respect, having every variant. So I just wanted to quickly jump into an event that's happening on the first of this month called the Conquerors. I don't know if you guys seen the video. Check it out on marvelsnap.com or look it up on YouTube, the Conquerors, where basically they're going to be about 20 content creators that will be, I guess, battling it out, whether it be conquest mode or against each other. And you have to vote and pick one. Now, if you vote, you get 250 credits. If you vote correctly, however, you get this new Spectrum variant. So the crazy part about that is if I have to pick one of these wonderful content creators and they don't win, I don't get every variant. What does that mean for me? Oh, well, that's great. That means I don't have to worry about getting every variant now. I can remain the super variant god because I know I have two of the same variant. So we'll just keep it like that. But I don't have to worry about getting every variant now like I have been. But we'll see what happens if they do something down the line where they say, hey, the variant's back. Then I'm like, I got to get it. But all I have to do is pick the correct winner, right? So what we have here is a few people. I know you guys may know all of them or some of them. Nonetheless, if you guys want to go and vote, get your 250 credits, as well as hopefully pick the right person and get your Spectrum variant. Now, before we leave this wonderful page here, Sino, I know who you're already voting for. Ladies and gentlemen, leave down in the comments who should we vote for? Who should I vote for? Because clearly I wasn't here, which is fine. I understand that. Shout out to everybody that is here. But who should I vote for? Because I already know Sino who he's picking. If you guys don't know who Sino picking, you're not paying attention.
We
So who
hard
should I
eggs
vote
over
for?
here, bro. We
Yeah, of
hard
course.
eggs
He's
over here.
he's Team X, so he's definitely picking X.
Yep.
Who you guys think I should vote for? Please leave a comment in the description below, and I will vote for that person.
Yeah, I don't even want to know who you think I should vote for. I'm Team Eggs. Let's go Eggs.
They know that already. I said you're good. You don't worry about
I just wanted to say it again if it wasn't known.
that. All right, so we're gonna dive into the rest of this wonderful season.
By the way, someone looked missing in there, bro. I'm just saying,
Who's missing?
what? I mean, this is
Loopy?
supposed to be the best snappers in there. Where you at? Like, I'm just
Well,
saying.
you top
I ain't
five.
see your
I'm
picture.
surprised.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you ain't
know,
see it?
I
You
know,
ain't
but
see it
I'm
there?
really surprised you're not in it.
My
Like,
picture's there, bro.
oh, it's in there.
Yeah, somewhere there. It's in the darkness. I don't know if you can see it. It's somewhere
Oh,
down there. You just
it
that's
looked missing a little bit. I don't know.
it's all right. It is what it is, right? It's okay. The best for last. You don't know if I'm gonna show up. I might be a surprise.
Hey, you're right.
You know what I mean? So you gotta don't worry about it. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I don't know
August
if people
1st.
are listening or watching out there, but my boy, where's my boy at? I don't see him.
Hey, it is what it is. August 1st. August 1st, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, if I don't show up and I'm not there, August 1st, while it's on, me and Cena will do a little casting. Now, if you guys want to see that, let us know down in the comments below if you guys would like to see me and Cino cast the Conquerors live on the channel. Let me know. That'd be awesome. So we're sitting at the middle of this current season where we have the wonderful new card that came out this week that everyone, and I do mean everyone, thought it was going to be atrocious. And that card, ladies and gentlemen, is the one and only Legion. So, even us on the channel, we said Legion won't work with Storm because when you Storm on 4 and you play Legion on 5, he's going to copy flooding, not flooded. But right before the card's release, they made it, Second Ditto made it clear that yes, it's going to make it flooded because Legion's going to copy that the location, not restart the location. So even though it's flooding at that time, when he copies it, it's going to go to flooded. So turn 6 is deleted. We had a blast on the first night. Did a bunch of that. People retreated. Felt kind of like Galactasy, right? Where people saw it, turn 6, they couldn't play, retreat. And we also did some amazing things. You guys should check out the shorts we have down below, where I was able to do some fun things with Rickety Bridge. Yeah, that was fun.
Toxic, just straight toxic.
Super toxic. So Legion is a great card. I think he's an awesome 5/8 card to put in card list. Sorry, I thought I heard something outside. Um, he has some cool variants. The damn hit variant's out. This variant is out, and I believe that's it. That's all I saw so far. So, Sino, how do you feel about this card? I know you didn't get it yet. You still have about a couple of days. You get Spotlight Cash. Would you want this card? Would you spend your tokens on the card? Because this card is a Series 4. So it's only 3,000 tokens. What's your take on Legion? How you feel about it?
Look at his face. I'm not amused with Legion. All right. As a personal victim of Legion, all right, I've been being abused by Legion last few days. I'm not amused, guys. All right. All of you out there who are just playing Legion and just copying at a squirrel. I forgot what that Central Park or something like that. Just filling
Alex
everything up with filling everything up with squirrels. You guys are, and changing it to Rickety Bridge. I'm not gonna name any names. Okay. You guys are sick. All right. You guys are toxic. All right. We're not amused. Us real players, we're not amused. All right.
Real
I have
players
mixed emotions. I have mixed emotions because I say that because I don't have Legion yet, and I can't do none of this toxic. So yeah, I'm not a fan right yet until I get him. I'm not a fan of this, and I'm offended, and I'm upset, and I've been abused way too much. I am a victim of that abuse, and I don't like it. I don't like the card. Not until I get it. When I get it, then I love it.
That is hilarious. That is funny.
That's how I feel about it.
I totally get
bullshit. That. It's like, so toxic.
It is toxic, extremely.
It's got to be fixed. I mean, it's gonna get nerfed. You know that, right?
100%. It has to.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 locations or something. It's definitely
no. I think it'll keep all. I just think the interaction with Storm needs to change. I don't think that should work. Kawa put out an awesome video how to do it with Storm the correct way using Snow Guard. So that gives Snow Guard some type of love. I think that should be the way it should be done. But to have it work the way it works right now, I think it's kind of crazy. I mean, this baby variant's hilarious. This shit looks super toxic in this variant.
Yeah, definitely.
So speaking of the card, which one of the variants you think is the best?
Oh, I'm going with the third, straight down from the original base card. Yep.
So this one here.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This one was the Spotlight variant. This is the Dan Hip, which I think everybody loves as well. But I like this variant. I think this super rare one is pretty cool.
The rock and roll Legion.
Yeah.
I think it's unique. I don't think many people are gonna rock it. I think if you decide to go with it, I think you'll stand out a little.
This one is just hilarious.
Yeah,
it just looks toxic. It just makes sense. You guys let me know down below what you guys think, which variant is the better, and we'll see what happens. If you guys pick one and I see one of that, I might just upgrade that one to show you guys what it looks like. All right. Now on to next week's card, which I think will be the best of all the cards. I still believe so. Even though Legion kind of almost took that, I think the best of all the cards this season will be Mirage. Mirage is a 2/2 with an honor reveal to copy the lowest card in your opponent's hand into your hand and give it +2 power. Like we spoke about for the past couple of weeks, having this card, beasting it, putting it back, it's going to be bananas. Or again, playing this card on turn 4, turn 5, where your opponent's lowest card might be their 4 cost or their 5 cost Iron Man, or whatever the case is. Be able to have a +2 on that is going to be phenomenal. What do you feel about the cards? You know, do you want this card? Would you use your tokens to get this card, or will you try again to
I first try to get it through Spotlight Caches.
Okay.
If you open one or two and you still haven't gotten Mirage, then I would spend the tokens on Mirage. I think she goes great in like a collector card list. I think, like you said, it's interesting to see later on in turns when you play her to see what you're gonna get back and even better. So you might get something, that your opponent's playing, you just get a better version of it and you just one up them. You know what I mean? That's that's
Facts.
that's that's fire. Especially in mirror matches. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
go in a mirror, you catch that, and you're like, all right, well, I got the one that's better, and you don't. So,
Right.
I don't think it's like, excuse me, I don't think it's a card that is like the headlight of a card list. You know what I mean? I think she's a role
No.
player that goes into card lists. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, I like it. I like the card. I would spend it. Is it 6 or 3?
I believe it's 3. I think she's series
It's
4,
3.
even though
It's
I don't
worth it.
see it
3
here.
is
Yeah,
worth
yeah.
it. 3 is definitely
Yeah.
worth it.
I think she's series 4.
Yeah, 6 I'd be
Because yeah.
hesitant, but I'd still do it. But I'd definitely spend 3.
No, I think we already have 2 series 6, series 5s. Now these are the last 2 series 4, I believe. I don't see it here, but I believe she's a series 4. And that'd be 3K tokens. Yeah, I think she becomes a card, like you said, that just goes in every card list, right?
All
Nobody's
right.
gonna care. I have a 2/2 that gives me another powerful card with a 2 cost. So I
What if
think,
you're running this and White Queen, and you know what? You're just cable, and you're just stealing
well,
cards and copying
yes,
cards. It's ridiculous.
that's the card list I think we need to run. Like you mentioned, collector.
Mm-hmm.
This card, I think B should be in there as well to kind of do a couple of times. I like the White Queen idea. Of course, Zabu to make White Queen a 3. I like using Cable. I think that's awesome as well. Yeah, I think this will make a lot of sense, and it'd be cool. I think again, I think not even just a collector deck. She could be good in any card list. I think so. I can't wait to see. Can't wait to get her. It's gonna be awesome. She has flawless
Mm,
variants. I mean,
yeah,
every last one of these,
the
from the
third and
Peach from
second one
Mocha.
are ridiculous. That last one too, is awesome. It
Wow.
is nice. It is nice.
So yeah, you guys let me know which variant you guys like the most. I'm gonna have to go with the I think the Peach Mocha. I really like this one. This one is
Yeah,
very
that's you talking about that one. I like the one that you
yeah.
were just previously on.
Okay.
That bottom one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
realistic looking cards. It just makes it look so much fire, and especially when you get like if you go back that's
Oh yeah.
ridiculous. You're
This will
gonna
be
go. It's
fire.
gonna look insane, especially with the Mirage and gold.
Yeah, yeah. This is a
Insane.
perfect gold back card, or even red, right? Gold back with the red border.
Ooh,
It's gonna
okay.
look good.
I see what you're saying.
It's
I
gonna
see
look
what you're
great.
saying.
So yeah, can't wait for this card. This card's gonna be amazing. Can't wait for it to come out at the end of the season, which is next week. So all those people who haven't reached infinite yet, you have
Keep going.
still
Keep going.
yeah, still got a week to go. I think you can pull it off. Shout out to Love Zach. I know he's trying to get these at 71.
Let's go, Love
Um,
Zach. You got this, bro.
yeah, we got to make that happen. He has to make it
You
happen and go
got this.
forward. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, of course. Sorry about that, guys. Of course, my phone wants to. My niece is calling. I will call her back shortly. So diving back into the rest of the season, we do have some bundles that came out. Let's take a look at it. We had the wonderful bundle that included the Love and Thunder. For those people who were in the beta, this was the third season, I believe. Yep, After Wave, when Love and Thunder came out. So you weren't able, if you started playing the game like when Sino played it back in October with the release, you weren't able to get these cards and these card backs. So for $10, so I think it's a great value, as you see here, for 540% value. This is amazing, right? You get for $10, you get the Thor variant, Lady Sif, and Hamdall.
Mm,
Now, if you don't have Thor, this is a great way to get Thor,
get
right?
Thor. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You got Asgard back, which I use this a lot with my Hela card list. I use this with my Destroyer card list. And then you have a bunch of boosters to upgrade these cards. And of course, you have the avatars and I Survived the Nexus event title. Now, I know a lot of people were like, hey, if you weren't around for the Nexus, you shouldn't get this title. But everybody in the game should be able to get the titles they want to get. Nexus events was crazy. We always speak about it on the podcast, but we should definitely do a deep dive with some of the people that were actually in the Nexus events and see how they feel about it. I mean, right now, compared to what we have now, I think Nexus events something of the past. Second Dinner has made good on all their promises, and Nexus events shouldn't even be an issue or even spoke about now. Then we go on to which I think was one of the amazing variants. The Shang-Chi variant that came out from
That's
this
a good one.
amazing bundle,
That's a good one.
phenomenal. We were able to gold back this. I'll probably dive in and show you guys
Yeah.
how that looks shortly. Let's keep going down to the
That
bundles.
was sweet. I'm not gonna lie. I did see you go back that was
Yeah,
insane.
we'll pull up that variant. We could discuss that and go through it and see how that goes. And then we have some booster packs that came out, of course. 300 gold for this. Then, of course, we had Token Tuesday. And we also had, Token Tuesday, which, like I said, 1,000 tokens now because tokens are very rare, very scarce at this point.
Yes,
These are
very.
all Tuesdays. Now, we also had the mystery variant. What sucks for me is when I get these type of bundles, these are 200 gold because there aren't any more mystery variants for me to get. For those people who don't have every variant, of course, this is great. $5, get mystery variant, and you get credits. Pretty no brainer. But
Right.
like I said, for people like me who have every variant, we kind of get just 200 gold. Um,
This is me playing the world's smallest violin for you, bro.
I believe that. I totally believe that.
Right?
And then, of course, the next big artist showcase is Ryan Gonzalez. She has some amazing art in the game, and like the Rogue, I think that's still my favorite Rogue. Um, it's coming out on the 31st of July, which is in a couple of days, of course, with the awesome Ryan Gonzalez Rescue and Chibi variant. I think these are going to be awesome. This is a great value for 2,500 gold. You get two awesome variants, 3,500 credits, and you get some awesome boosters and avatars to go with it. I think that's going to be
All right,
phenomenal.
3,500 credits too. Okay, I get that. It sounded pricey
Yeah.
2 seconds ago. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was
No, I think it's pretty good. Pretty good, especially if you do not have rescue already. This is pretty good as well. And
especially
then,
if
of
you're rich
course,
with gold.
yeah, you have
Yeah.
gold. Yeah, you can use it right now. Then we jump into August, which we won't jump into right now, but it looks like the next big bundle in August for $100 gives you 5,000 tokens, ladies and gentlemen. So that is a series, basically a series three, sorry, series four card and two series three, right? If you don't have them yet, as well as if you want to get a ultimate variants. But the biggest thing here is 11,000 credits, and you get 5 random boosters, 155 random boosters, along with a title, which I'll let Sino say on the stream. Sino?
I can't really see it, bro. My bad.
Do you want to say what that title is?
I can't really see it, bro.
Huh? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said I can't really see it.
Oh, you can't see it? Oh, let me zoom in. Let me zoom in.
I'm like,
Let me
it's a
zoom
little
in.
too small for me to see, bro.
Let me zoom in for you.
Where that at? 100%. Hey, yo. Pause, beef. 100% beef, pause.
You were jumping into the screen. You had to read it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, yeah.
Man.
So that's the next bundles that's coming out. Not too bad at all. Not too shabby. Goes crying. Look at that.
Oh, snap.
So, yeah. Yeah, not too shabby at all. We have some awesome bundles coming out. I think the game is in a great place right now. So, how do you feel about it? How do you feel about the whole everything, the spotlight caches, all the changes, etc.?
The meta is about to get crazy. The meta, I feel, is about to change. Since Bounce got nerfed, I feel like everybody's everywhere. You know what I mean? Like everybody's scattered. It could be any type of card list. Now that Living Tribunal is getting more popular, he's starting to float around out there. I mean, I don't know who came up with that. But yeah, so it's getting nice. I do believe they need to help us out with the credits or gold or yeah. It's once I'm out of missions and I'm like, all right, cool. Once you're out of gold, you're screwed. You're not getting anything. You gotta wait until a whole nother reset comes. You're getting more missions, and then you can get more caches. Then you can open more cards. And there's no guaranteeing that what caches you open up are gonna be anything of value. Like you'll get a title, and they're cool, but they're not. I don't think they should be at that value, especially when you're trying to grind and get cards, or
Right.
you know what I mean, like or icons, right? They're called icons, like
Avatars.
avatars. Excuse me, like they're cool, but like I just don't think that people who are trying to grind and get up there and trying to open spotlight caches should get a little bit more. They should get a little more help on the grind. So that's the one thing I will say. Like, they got to work on that a little bit. We need a little bit more love.
I totally agree. I mean, I think the crazy part is if you look at it, you are guaranteed to get one spotlight cash a week if you don't spend any money, free to play, and you grind out your missions, right? That one only gives you, maybe you might get the new card of the week, or you might get the 1,000 tokens or the random variant, or you might go on the spotlight variant. So I think to give us more credits would be great because this way you can upgrade more cards, hence climb that collection um, ladder, which helps you get to the spotlight caches. So I hope they do something in that regards, or add more credits to the conquest shop, because in the
Oh, I
conquest shop,
agree.
of course, or even a spotlight cache in the as we mentioned last week. I think that's the best route to go. But until then, let's see what happens. I mean, right now I'm still at least getting 4 caches a week. The issue is trying to get that fifth cache. I want to get that variant, etc. Becomes a bit tricky, but without spending any money. But yes, that's the way it needs to happen. Now, diving into the variant that we mentioned earlier, this was the Shang-Chi variant. I think this
Mm.
variant is amazing. This Phoenix
Oof.
variant. Look at that card. But if you look at it with the gold
Mm.
and fire in the background, I think that's one of the best looking Shang-Chi's
Yeah,
out. Yes, I got the green flare. There's some people out there that have way better background effects, but the gold back with the gold fire is amazing. Him running the nunchucks. There's a great Shang-Chi card to look
it's
at.
definitely top notch.
100%.
Definitely top notch.
Went from my favorite, which was this one, which I think is still beautiful, to that one, which I think is flawless.
Yeah, that was dope.
So, ending off, because again, we didn't bring anyone on. I just wanted to do this episode to introduce Sino. He's going to be here every week now, so we're going to have a blast. We have a bunch of new guests that's coming on. It's going to be super fun. I cannot wait for you guys to have a great time enjoying the Marvel Snapcast. And before we go, Sino, is anything you want to talk about? Tell the people.
Hey, I just want to say, shout out to the people. I'm the people's champion over here. You know what I mean? I'm the man of the people. Okay, and somebody
Man, the
has to
people.
balance out. All right, the old second dinner MVP over here. All right, the old employee over there. Somebody, man of the people, has to be here to speak for the people.
I speak for the people as well.
Eh,
I know what you're talking about.
you're nerfing Hulk. You're nerfing Wasp. You're doing all sorts of bad things, bro. You gotta chill. You
It's the
gotta
truth,
chill.
though. These
You
things
gotta
need
chill.
to be nerfed. They need
Yo,
to be
you're
nerfed.
anti-surfer. You're just the no fun
I'm not
police, bro.
anti-surfer. I'm anti+3 surfer.
The people know, okay, Ken. The
The
people know.
people know.
The people know.
Listen,
All
I
right,
don't know
but
what you're talking
I just
about.
want to thank you guys out there. I'm excited to do this, and yeah, definitely, I can't wait to hang out with you guys every week.
Yeah, Cino got to make everybody proud. Especially, he has to get some new gear, right? New
Yeah,
camera,
yeah, we're gonna
new
step it up. We're
microphone.
gonna step it
Yeah,
up.
he needs to. He can't be on
Yeah,
the Snapcast having freezing problems and stuff like that. If he snap hot fire, you know what I mean. So he should be
I'm too
streaming
hot,
hot fire as well.
too hot. All
Too hot
right,
to handle. That's
too
how we
hot to
doing it.
handle. All
Hilarious.
right.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try. I think we will. We were going to cast the Conquerors event live on the channel. If you guys don't know what the channel is, it is twitch.tv/SuperTechGod. We're going to do it live. We'll make it we'll make it a Snapcast podcast episode. So definitely come check us out on the first when we look at all the amazing content creators. Try to see who's going to win, but you guys have to tell me who I need to vote for. Please leave a comment below who I should vote for because I need to get that variant. You guys know who will win, so I can make sure I get that variant. Um,
Eggs,
Cino's picking eggs.
eggs.
I want to hear from the people, right? So, ladies and
The
gentlemen, please let
people
me know.
say eggs. Everybody says eggs.
All right, listen, if you guys say eggs, I'm picking eggs. That's how it's going to go. All right.
Not
So
only
thanks.
that, yo, let me shout out my merch. You get your Sino Top 5 T-shirt over at the SuperTechGod merch store, and
We leave a link in the description below for you
shout
guys.
out, support your boy. Rock the best T-shirt in the merch store. All right, it's top 5. All right, Sino, because he snap hot fire. Let's go. Oh, and you
All right.
catch me on Twitter at Sino Montana.
There you go. We'll leave all the descriptions down below so you guys can see it. The merch store for his shirt, his socials, And
support your boy. Get the best T-shirt in there. Let's go.
This guy. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for hanging out. I know it's a short one. We just want to do the intro of Sino being on the show. Hope you guys are excited, and see you guys in the next podcast. Next episode.
See,
Peace.
okay, let's go.